If you want to get on depth with news and technology in the wireline industry, you're watching All Shots Fired with Russell Smith.
Okay, everyone, I want to welcome you to All Shots Fired. I have a special guest, Mark Chamma with Chamma Cutters, and he gave me a nice new shirt to wear. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out and doing this for us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
I know John invited you. We just got a pipe recovery class going on, and you got to do a presentation on that. But I got you, and I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about what you think the industry is going to go and some history about Chamma Cutters.
Yep, thanks.
But tell us, how did you get started? Tell us the history of Chamma's.
Sure. Chamma's Cutters, it's a family business. Michelle is actually my father, so I've been working with him since 2016, and he opened up in 2009.
Okay.
And he previously had worked at Pipe Recovery Systems for over 25 years with his uncle Eddie,
Okay.
who had started Pipe Recovery Systems. So his whole life has been devoted to chemical cutters and pipe recovery. So, Eddie passed in, I believe, 2008, and Michelle opened up in 2009. So it's been, going on ever since. So the family tradition kind of still continues.
So it's still going on as a family business.
It is, very much.
Now, you kind of taking over, or you just, where you at in the business?
I share an office with Michelle, so it's a very tight-knit community there, but things are going well. Michelle has definitely worked really hard and, built this company, but, stepping in as much as I can to help and give him a little bit of break.
Well, do you do all the training? Or is that you? Or
I do majority of the training for chemical and plasma cutters, but we've got a couple other engineers that can also do the training as well. So
we were talking about people wanting online stuff, and the hands-on is better, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you get face-to-face, interactions, and the guys can put their hands on the tools and really ask the right questions and see more about how the tool works. Functionality and in terms of what they're going to be doing in the field, it's all about preparation and assembly and disassembly. And so from a safety and operating guidelines standpoint, hands-on is the best approach. So
that's why we are with the school. People say, Russell, get something online. I go, anybody can teach you theory. You can read a book and find out theory. It's the hands-on, to me, that's what makes it crucial. You really learn it. You really learn it. Well, y'all are most popular, with the chemical cutters, but that ain't all y'all do.
No.
What else are y'all doing now?
No. So in 2009, we began developing a plasma cutter to help complement the chemical cutter. So, every cutter has limitations, pros and cons. So for us, we started to see a shift in the market in terms of wanting tools that were non-explosive, RF safe, and also shipping it overseas, becomes problematic with the bromine in the chemical cutter. So, trying to prevent, limitations from DOT and, stricter regulations and guidelines that we're having to follow, current times. So this plasma tool, has a higher temperature and pressure rating. It's easier to ship. It is RF safe and non-explosive. So we're happy to have a tool that can, be there when the chemical cutter...
You can ship it out fast.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We were doing some boys in Mexico, and they go, we can't ship explosives on the road. We're just spoiled here, at least in Texas, You don't get your, you have your paperwork, you're ready to go. And they didn't like that. He goes, in Mexico, if you ship explosives, got to have a police escort. And,
you got to have government clearance and escort.
Oh, my gosh, it's a big deal. So to be able to have a product that doesn't need that,
correct,
I would say is very valuable, especially overseas. I would think here in the United States it's not as critical, but overseas, oh my gosh, it's a big deal.
It is. I mean, and for us, we're happy to be able to tap into that market and give our customers, a second option. For them not to be limited. So. Well,
where do you see with government regulations and things changing? I'm realizing it affects y'all's product, shipping regulations. Do y'all run into stuff like that?
We do all the time, and it's not just domestically, with DOT, but we see it overseas too. UK has different regulations than we do in the US, for example. And so for us to ship thermite there, currently it's classified as explosives.
Really?
So, there are other hurdles and obstacles that we, get exposed to. Even when DOT may classify something as non-explosive overseas, maybe, some stricter regulations as well. So we have those challenges too.
I would think that would be that'd be tough. You got a product, and it revolves around this regulation because it allows us to get our product to and from location easily. And all of a sudden it changes.
Yeah.
That could be detrimental.
Yeah.
That can really hurt.
Yeah.
I never realized that. Well, man, I don't want to take too much of your time, but anything you want to add? Anything you want to say about your products or anything?
We're eager and thrilled to be, part of the oil and gas industry. It is a little niche market that we're in terms of pipe recovery and, doing chemical cutters and plasma cutters. But it's been a privilege to, work with the many people that we've gotten to work with and, operators and, service companies. We predominantly work with wireline service companies, but it's always, really special to be able to, talk to anyone in the oil field, industry, because our products may not be known by everyone. And so really networking and just having face-to-face interactions and, being able to do this interview with you, things like this to allow us to reach a broader network is, really a big part of the industry. And so we're just grateful for those moments and opportunities.
Well, y'all are known because it doesn't matter who you or where you are. If you walk out with a Chamma cutter shirt and somebody knows wireline, they'll know you're in wireline. I mean, that's just the way it works.
Yeah.
And everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
In this market.
Yeah. And I hope that our tools can, through good results in the field, allow that, growth to grow and, let the name kind of make a name for itself and not, just rely on word of mouth, but hopefully the tool can speak for itself. Yeah.
Well, I think it does. I think everybody uses them. So anyway, all right. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you for coming out here, and hopefully we'll get you back on if you get new products or something.
Sounds good.
All right.
Happy to come. Thank you,
man.
Yes, sir.
The chemical cutter is a mechanical chemical pipe cutting puncturing device that is based on the oxidation reduction process. An igniter is initiated electrically or mechanically that in turn initiates the gas generator grain. The grain burns at a controlled rate, increasing the pressure and temperature in the system. Gas pressure forces the anchor out to anchor the tool inside the pipe and prevents the tool from moving. Gas pressure continues to increase inside the tool, forcing the seal discs in the cylinder to rupture. The chemical, bromine trifluoride, is then forced through an oil-steel wool mixture, placed at the top of the severing head. The BF3 chemical reacts with the oil and ignites the steel wool. The combination of the chemical and reactant causes the temperature and pressure in the chamber to increase. When the pressure exceeds the hydrostatic well pressure and the strength of the piston support washer, the severing head piston moves down to expose the severing orifices. Through these orifices, the activated chemical is forced at a high pressure and temperature to preheat and cut the wall of the tubing at the desired position within the well bore. After the chemical has been expelled, pressure in the chemical cutter equalizes with the hydrostatic pressure, allowing the anchors to retract under the action of their respective springs, and releasing the tool from the tubing so that it can be retrieved back to surface.
All right, you just got through watching a clip from All Shots Fired. If you like what you see, join us. Look us up on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks for watching.
All Shots Fired is a production of Russell Smith and Top Gun Oilfield Training Center. All comments about the video should be addressed to Russell Smith at the following email address: rdsmith@topgunoilfield.com. To schedule your next advanced training session at the Top Gun Oilfield Training Center in San Antonio, Texas, please give us a call at 1-979-320-7685. Recorded, live, on site at the Top Gun Oilfield Training Campus. Participants and guests of the show have given their permission to have their personalities and likeness displayed online on our channel. Any similarities in likeness are purely coincidental. Director and executive producer, Russell Smith. Producer, Michael, Doc, Schloer. Principal photography and video, Russell Smith. Host and scripting, Russell Smith. Video production and editing services, MDS Multimedia. If you are in the wireline industry and would like to sponsor a show or be a guest on our show, please reach out to Russell Smith at the Top Gun Oilfield Training Center. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook and LinkedIn. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.